For many complex design and styling used on the website, CSS is required. In this video, we are going to look at some simple styling that HTML can help us do. Here are some tags in HTML that can help us achieve some basic styling to our content that we want. Let's first look at the strong tag. The strong tag indicates that the content within it is important and emphasized. Most of the time nowadays, a strong tag also helps to make the text bold due to its characteristics. If you want to make your text bold, you can consider using the strong tag or the next tag below, which is the official bold tag. Within the bold tag, the content will be bold as well. The third styling tag here that we are going to talk about is the I tag, which is used for italic. To change some text to italic, simply use the I tag to achieve that effect. Now, it's all pretty simple for now. Let's look at the next one, which is the break tag. For the break tag, which is the one in BR, it helps us to do a line break, basically. Okay, I'm sure that you notice that there are two kinds of break tags here. Now, for the first one and the second one, both are applicable for HTML. The second one, however, are also used for XHTML, which is a slightly different language. Both works the same way, and you can use either one to achieve the effect you want. Now, lastly, is the P tag with a content and MBSP semicolon within it. Now, what does this do? Okay, now let's go back to HTML element concept. First, for HTML element, it needs to have content before the tag of it can have any effect on the website. This means that if a P tag has zero content, it does not have any characteristics of the P tag. That means that it would not have any margin on top and below the P tag. Now, for the NMBSP semicolon here, it helps you to give you an empty space, which is what the P tag, the paragraph tag, would need to have an impact on the content of the page. Now, with an empty space in the P tag, they can push the content to a new line and with some margin on top and below the empty content. In this way, this helps to achieve a line break just like the BR tag. Alright, that's pretty much what we can do with styling using HTML. Now let's look at lists. In HTML, there are only two kinds of lists: the ordered list and the unordered list. The ordered list is represented by the OL tag here, and the unordered list represented by the UL tag. For an ordered list, the items in the list have a number of alphabet in front of them to show the ranking of the list items. While for the unordered list, the items in the list will have a dot, dash, or some other form of symbol that does not show the ranking of the list items. And for list items, they are simply content wrapped in the LI tag as shown here. Let's look at a few examples on what a list in HTML looks like. Here is an example of an unordered list. Simply place the list item you want within the UL tag as shown here to get an unordered list. Let's move on to look at the ordered list. Notice how similar they are. The only difference in coding is the naming of UL to OL of each list tags. Finally, it's time again to see how we can use this new HTML that we have learned on our personal blog in WordPress.